All right, DAZN Extra Loud, episode number 3. It's your boy Wade. I'm back and I'm here on Fight Week. There's been a lot that's gone down. Let's get to every single thing that's happened leading into tomorrow's main event, X Series number 4, only on DAZN pay-per-view. KSI face Temper. Let's get to the week that was. First thing we had was our open workout. This is the first time you get eyes on the fighters, especially some of the newer people in the scene. Speaking of newer people, we had the girls fight, Faith Ordway and Elle Brooke. We know Elle had a fight earlier in her career. She won TKO stoppage. That's cool. Faith Ordway looked a little nice, taking out big time shots, straight shots as well. She's a longer, taller girl. It's gonna be interesting to see. We don't really know too much about her in the ring. We know Elle is gonna try to put heads in chests, and I ain't talking about what she does on her OnlyFans. I mean in the ring, she's gonna try to bury her head and throw big time shots. But what does Elle have for? Guess we'll find out. Other stuff that happened in the open workout, Anthony Taylor, the pretty boy. We know what he does. Making a scene as always, telling Idris he was gonna knock him out, then come for KSI, which was a reoccurring theme we'll see later on. But they got at it in the open workout and then didn't really see much from anybody else. Yeah, Josh Bruckner went through a full 3-4 round sweat lodge, but everybody else just kind of hung out, threw a couple punches, smiled, waved for the cameras, and that was kind of it. You can tell everyone's keeping it close to the vest. No one really wants to let anything out just yet. And then we had our main event. KSI came in, did a couple of squats, bounced around the ring a little bit, showed the jab off, and then just kind of dipped out. Again, not showing too much, but what he did show was 0 to 100 real quick. I expect the same on fight night. Face Temper was our last one to go, and again, just a little bit more of the same. Jump rope, a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of noodle work, but we saw a brand new head coach, Malik Scott. More on that in a little bit, but that was our open workout, and it was the first thing to start the week. And then we had the presser. Now this is where, again, more evidence as to how these fights were gonna go came out. People started to come out of their shell a little bit. And did I mention, Anthony Preboy Taylor always has taken over the show. He took over the press conference once again, told Idris he was not only gonna knock him out, he was gonna do it in the first round, told him to bet his purse on it, and if he beat Idris, that he would get a guaranteed fight with KSI, which I'm gonna spoil right now. It's not gonna happen. But Idris did take the bet. Apparently this is all on the line. I don't even know who is gonna sanction that or how it works. Probably not actually gonna happen, but it was a fun bet between the two. Outside of that, we had more talk from the girls. This time, Elle Brooke starting to get a little more confident that she's going to knock out or TKO Faith Ordway, saying it's her first fight. She's not ready for my pressure. She is training with the Blonde Bomber at Bainbridges and Mark Tribb up there as well. So it's a good team that Elle has. But once again, Faith Ordway, calm, cool, collected. Not much to say other than we'll see on fight night. But there are two fights that no one continues to kind of go back and forth on, that everyone continues to go back and forth on, and that is Slim and Tom Zanetti. This one is, as we getting closer and closer to fight night, becoming closer and closer in people's opinion. Tom on open workout night was banging shots, standing in the middle of the ring, throwing big time power, and people started to say, is Slim on upset alert here? And the answer from Slim's own eyes kind of looked like maybe. But Slim, as always, was saying, listen, y'all must have forgot. I'm the 6-time winner in this thing. I'm the champ. So if you thought it was Tom Zanetti or nobody, might as well be nobody. So Slim once again talking his stuff at the presser, but that rolled right into my fight of the night once again. Josh Bruckner, Salt Poppy. Salt Poppy has an eerie, kind of cool, calm, collected, stone cold killer vibe about him. When he walks into the room and he says, I only show people what I want them to see. And then when they ask him how he's going to win this fight and what he has to say to Josh Bruckner, he hit us with that famous line, I pray for his recovery. And I'm gonna beat him like he owes me money. I've never heard somebody sound so convincing yet talk so softly, but in the ring, he's gonna be throwing big time shots. Josh Bruckner just said, listen, Salt Poppy's never been touched. His chin has not been hit, so I'm gonna do that. We'll see what happens. Can he handle my power? We'll find out. So that was that. And then again in the main event, KSI told the people what he was back for once again, that Temper was a stepping stone. He's here to fight KSI and that Temper's just not on his level. But again, you look across the aisleway and Face Temper's not phased. He's in a place where he doesn't feel like KSI is as threatening as he used to be, or at least not in the mental game. But it's all gonna work itself out on fight night because we had one more thing to get to, and that was probably the most important, the weigh-in. So the weigh-ins were again, just that boiling point for guys and girls on this card. We kind of kept everything down and reserved and building toward the fight, and everyone's trying to cut weight and they're focused on themselves. But at this point, now the real emotions came out. You saw Faith and Elbrook going back and forth. They were beefing. You saw Tom Zanetti say, listen, this Slim guy is a clown. I'm going to make sure everyone sees it. He's the main star here. He's the guy selling all the pay-per-views. I'm just the guy coming to take his head off. And you saw Slim once again say, listen, I'm the guy that deserved to be in this main event, not FaZe Temper. So I'm going to treat this guy like he's an undercard fighter and I'm a main event king. And I'm going to knock him out in the first round. Again, all this happening on the weigh-in stage. Slim was shaking and gyrating like he normally does, but some other things were going down as well, including our mystery opponent for B-Dave. And I don't know if you guys watched the press conference, but there was a smaller individual that came out and double leg takedown was landed on B-Dave. We still don't know the mystery opponent. It wasn't that guy for sure, but I question, how does B-Dave get ready for a guy he doesn't know? We did know this. His opponent weighed in at 167. If you guys watch my channel, you'll know that I've said a man that naturally walks around at about 165 to 170 is a possibility. Maybe it's Alex Wasabi. I don't have that answer. I'm just throwing names out, but stay tuned for that. And outside of that, we had our main event. And this is where the big fight feel really turned up. KSI came to the stage. Temper on stage. By the way, KSI had one of those Prime chains on that was probably worth more than my actual life. So fair play to the guy. But they got on stage and you saw the big fight feel. You saw the energy change a little bit. Not from KSI, he's always on 100. He's wired, ready to go. But Temper, once again, very calm, relaxed, but basically told KSI, I'm here to take your legacy. It's my time now. And those are strong words from a guy in KSI that's never been rattled. A guy that you can't really get inside his mind. But Temper, not really trying to, just saying it matter of fact. This is my time. Your time was a couple of years ago. Does KSI still have it? Does he still have that intimidation factor? And when they step in the ring, in my opinion, that first round motor, because that is going to be the difference. I think both guys realize it. FaZe Temper doesn't want to let him inside his frame. KSI wants to make sure he gets inside, bank shots to the body, and then come upstairs. The weigh-in itself was a representation, in my opinion, of this fight. KSI wired, energy, ready to go. Temper, can he match that? Well, we kind of found out as we filmed the face-to-face right after the weigh-in. Both guys came in, sat down, and the energy came down a bit, but it was more of an intense focus. Both guys sat across the table from me and told each other, listen, you're not on my level. FaZe Temper truly believes skill for skill, he's the better boxer. KSI truly believes skill for skill, he is too, and his gas tank is unmatched. His work rate can't be touched. So we're at an impasse, guys. We're at that point where a rock meets a hard place. And I don't know who gets this fight done. In the main event and really down the card, everything is a toss-up at this point. You guys make your picks down below. Who wins, top of the bill, all the way to the main event? I don't have those answers. This has been Extra Loud Episode 3 from me and DAZN. We'll see you Saturday.